From your Weather Authority, Chief Meteorologist Wayne Hart.
Well, 11 years ago today, we had 1 to 5 inches of snow, including 4.5 inches in Evansville. 12 years ago, in 2013, it was a tornado outbreak, 4 tornadoes, including 2 EF3s, and that was a Sunday afternoon that Corydon, Kentucky was hit. This week, we're dealing with a lot of rain, a few thunderstorms, and we can't rule out an isolated severe storm tomorrow. I'll get to that in just a moment. But a nice start to the work week. A little cold this morning at 29, but we rebounded to 59 this afternoon. 4 above the average high of 55. And highs today were generally in the upper 50s to lower 60s. And tomorrow will actually be a little bit warmer, despite the fact we have the scattered showers and thunderstorms moving through. And we got some moving through right now. The first little line pushed through the Evansville area about an hour ago. It's now pushing east of Highway 231. The heavier rain is north of I-64, where there's a little bit of thunder between Fairfield and Flora, Illinois. I think we will see more numerous showers and thunder showers across the northern half of the tri-state overnight, when there's nothing to worry about in terms of severe weather. But shortly after daybreak tomorrow morning, a more organized line will come on through with an isolated large hail threat. We'll get to that in more detail in a moment. But right now, we've got a mostly cloudy sky. You might have noticed a little bit of lightning there off in the distance. Of course, this is off of Deaconess Gateway, looking across the east side of Evansville to the northwest. And if you're looking to the northwest, you might pick up a little bit of that lightning in the distance there coming out of Wayne County, Illinois. The temperature right now is at 48. Light east wind at 6 miles per hour, and temperatures now upper 40s to low 50s. Will just drop a little bit more overnight, then level off and rise some towards daybreak tomorrow morning as that warm front approaches. So here's the first batch of showers and thunder showers moving on through. More will be developing as we head through the overnight hours, and then all that will begin to really increase as we head towards the daybreak hours. And we have that severe weather threat for tomorrow. It's an isolated level 1 marginal risk for isolated large hail in the morning, and then all threats are on the table for later in the afternoon. So here is an updated future tracker as we take you through the overnight here. You can see scattered showers until we get around daybreak, and that's when that main line begins to push into our western counties. And this is what may have a little hail with it, maybe isolated large hail. That'll be the concern, but it's getting into the Evansville area between about 8 and 9 a.m. So if you have a later commute, may want to give yourself a little extra time. Of course, checking with Ron on daybreak, he'll have the latest on the threats here, but it'll just be a little bit of hail, heavy rain, some lightning. That continues eastward, and things begin to wind down by the lunch hour. So early to mid-afternoon should be quiet, with high temperatures warming up nicely, about 60 to 65, forecasting 64 to 65 in the Evansville metro. Then at 4 p.m., that severe weather window opens up again. You can see that little line of storms getting into our northwestern counties at 4. That's the cold front coming on through, and that line gets a little more organized by 6 p.m. when it's diving down towards the Ohio River and pushing into the Evansville area. And this is a line that has the potential for isolated damaging wind, large hail, and maybe a tornado if everything gets its act together here. We'll have some instability, but of course it's hitting right after sunset. So right now just a level 1 threat, but we'll need to keep an eye on that. It will continue to sink southward after sunset across western Kentucky and slowly weaken. 8 p.m. things are kind of quiet along and north of the river. What's left of the storms down in our southern counties, and they'll be ending by 9, 10 o'clock, and then that severe threat will be over with. And after a little clearing, the clouds build back in overnight, setting us up for a mostly cloudy but dry Wednesday and a mild one with highs between about 60 and 65 once again. And then as we head into Thursday, the next round of rain is in here first thing in the morning. Our new run kind of diminishes that some as we head into the afternoon, but other guidance kind of brings that next wave up from the south late in the afternoon. It looks like more of a rain concern Thursday, but some storms may once again mix in on Friday before all this ends late Friday afternoon, early evening. But scattered showers and thunder showers overnight, more numerous in our northern counties. No severe weather to worry about. And we'll see temperatures rising after bottoming out between about 40 and 45. Now, the line coming through after daybreak could have a little bit of large hail with it. It's an isolated severe threat. Those will end later in the morning. Quiet early to mid-afternoon, about 60 to 65. Then there's a few more storms later in the afternoon. Those go into the evening with, again, an isolated severe storm possible. Wednesday's quiet. We're weather aware again Thursday and Friday for significant rainfall. Maybe an isolated severe threat on Friday, depending how far north the the unstable and warm air makes it. But the rain and thunder should be ending at least late Friday afternoon, maybe early evening, but in time for hopefully the football games and certainly in time for what looks like a nice and seasonable weekend.
Thank you, Wayne. Still ahead, a look at what's ahead on Capitol Hill.